Good morning, everyone. To God be the glory.
Morning.
Thank you, baby. We are in conversation about adoption. A lot of people feel that adoption is not a good thing. I was adopted when I was a child, and my baby, we're coming up for adoption, right?
Yes.
And we had to have the conversation about what is adoption and how does that affect her. What do you know about being adopted, baby?
I know that you're gonna live with somebody.
Okay, so what does that mean for you and me? That means you're gonna what?
Live with you.
Live with me. And what happens with your natural mommy?
She got sick.
Okay. That is true. Unfortunately, adoption happens for various reasons. Long story short, it's mainly because the natural parent could not take care of the child which is at hand. I often tell foster parents that a child needs more love than anything. That's really in the world, period. People think it takes money for a child. It takes love. And when you're walking with God, God will provide the money and the things that you need for that child if it's in his will. If it's not in his will, like if you had sex out of marriage and you had a baby and you're doing it the longer way around, God still will bless you, but there will be more adversities that come into your life. My baby is getting adopted, and how do you feel about being adopted?
Good.
You feel good? Give me another word that
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay, well, you feel awesome. And why do you feel awesome? And why do you feel good? You don't know?
Maybe because I get to live with you.
Because you get to live with me? I don't know. Is that your reason? Yes? Okay. Do you think mommy take care of you?
Yes.
Do you think I love you?
Yes.
And why do you know I love you?
Because it just do nice things.
Because I do nice things?
Yes.
Okay. And in me doing nice things, do you also be taught other things? Like
Yes.
discipline, things like that?
Yes.
Yes. And so that lets you know mommy still love you?
Yes.
If I discipline you?
What does discipline mean?
Like when you stab the ink pen on the dresser, that's like you did something bad. Well, I wouldn't say bad. It was a act that I wasn't accustomed to. And I was teaching you that you cannot destroy furniture, right? And mommy put you in made you stand in the corner, time out, right? That's discipline. So that corrected your behavior in doing something that we don't do in my home, right? So when you're disciplined, do I still show you that I love you? So what happens after you're disciplined?
I get to do whatever I was doing again.
So you get to still write on the furniture?
No, Mommy.
Oh.
I didn't mean that.
Okay. What do you mean?
I meant like playing tic-tac-toe with Olivia again.
Oh, yeah. And that's exactly what happened. So she was playing with her other sister, whom I adopted already. And she lost. And because she lost, she was angry. And she ended up, taking it and dragging the ink pen on the white dresser in their room because that was the way she expressed her frustration. So not only did I talk to her about what she was feeling, I also, yes, disciplined her on why she can't do what she did and how I still love her even when you make a mistake. I am so glad that God has given me a second chance to mother. I also talks to her about adoption is a great choice because in this situation, I chose her and she had to choose me. So when you're adopted, someone takes a part of themselves and freely give it to another child that's not theirs, and they love them, well, they should love them like they're theirs. And that's the relationship that we have. When we're out, you cannot tell that I am not her birth mother because of the relationship, right? Not because of documentation and not because she calls me mom, but because of the interaction, because of how we are with one another, the way I show her that I love her, and how she shows me that she loves me. I often think about God and Jesus, our relationship with our Father. And I tell her, like, man, this is how you nurture the relationship with Christ. And as a 6-year-old, it's different explaining a relationship with Christ than an adult because it's more challenging for me, but God always gives me a way to explain it to her. Yesterday, what did we do when we got done reading the Bible? What did mommy say we was going to do for 3 minutes?
Sit in silence.
Speak up.
Sit in silence.
Sit in silence. And why were we sitting in silence?
To listen to God.
To listen to God. So we read our word. I explained to her about things in the Bible and how God loves her. And we sat in silence to take time to allow the word to penetrate our hearts so we can listen to what our next movement was from God. That's the way I explained it to her. Close your mouth, baby. Oh. And I did 3 minutes because she's a child. What kid want to sit for a long time? And she sat and she closed her eyes and she in meditation and she listened for a moment just to give God a chance to talk to her, right?
Yes.
I said, so what did you hear? What did you hear?
Nothing.
Nothing. That was funny to me because that's the way it starts. You don't really hear anything until you get closer and closer with God. When you come in the alignment with him, God speaks to you more. And that's how God shows up in our lives. And my little baby, so I told her about Moses. Moses was adopted. And Moses was put in a basket so he wasn't killed because Pharaoh wanted to kill all of the Hebrew babies. And his mother had to give him up to save his life. And that's what I tell her. Hey, your mother loves you so much that she gave you to me because she could not take care of you. She gave you to me to save your life. How does that feel that your mommy loved you so much that she gave you to somebody to save your life?
Happy.
It makes her feel happy. When you take time with anyone, the relationship would be different. It would be better. You gain understanding. She's only 6. Imagine when she gets 11, 12, and 13, and 14, and we're building this bond right now, how closer we would be then, in the future. I speak great and highly of her mom because that's the picture I want in her head. Not something downtrodden, not something bad, not something horrible, because kids go through a lot when they think those things and they are unaware of really what happened in their past. So not only is it important to sit and take time with your children, any relationship that you're building that you want to sustain, you have to spend intimate time. When you take time with God,
God will take time with you.
bye.